Once upon a time, a long time ago, my friend Billy bet me that I wouldn't eat all the acid. So I did. First period was gym class, and gym class came and went. Second period was Mrs. Lagan's English class. I'm sitting in Mrs. Lagan's English class, and the acid is coming on like a fountain of pink champagne, bubbling up and up and up. And I looked at Mrs. Lagan, and there was 5 blue lines that separated her into pieces, and that was just too funny. And I started laughing, and I'm laughing and laughing and laughing, and the snot is running down my nose, and my mouth is watering, and my eyes are watering, and I can't stop. And I just can't stop laughing. Mrs. Lagan called in my history teacher, Mr. Simmons. Mr. Simmons comes in and he says, Jonathan, 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 Jonathan. And I can't stop laughing. And it's just too funny. I can't stop. And he's saying, Jonathan, Jonathan, Jonathan. And I really can't stop. And I can't stop laughing. And he says, Jonathan, we have to leave. And I said, why? I'm having a good time. And he said, no, man. Bad trip. And I said, oh, bad trip? Well, I don't want any bad trips. Where are we going? He said, to the principal's office. And I said, principal's office? Right. So I'm sitting in the principal's office, and no one is paying any attention to me. So when the bell rang, I went out in the hallway. And now I am tasting color for sound. Every sound generates a new color. Every color generates a new taste. There are blue strobe trails behind everything that moves. And all 700 kids in my 8th grade class, they are all in the hall and they are all talking. And now my fountain of pink champagne has become the Johnstown flood. Houses of thought, cars of identity are passing by me in the flood. All the facades of my 14-year-old personality are coming down and washing away in the flood. So I got down on my hands and knees, and I crawled to the counselor's office. Now usually, I could go to the counselor's office and say, hey, Mr. Conrad, I'm all fucked up on LSD, man. And he'd take me to the nurse and say, let this kid lay down. He's too high. Well, today, Mr. Conrad couldn't help me. Nobody could help me. Because when I opened the door to his office, the flood swept me into the ocean. And now I was alone in the middle of an endless sea of color and sound and thought rolling over me in the ocean. No land, no stars, no points of reference. Just color, pattern, thoughts rolling over me. When I came out of the first peak, I was in my father's arms, crying. And my father was talking to the principal. The principal was saying something about how my father should take me to the state hospital. And my father took me home. And he took me in the bathroom, and he very carefully undressed me. Put me in a bathtub full of warm water, turned out the light, went in the other room, read a book. And he came back about 3 hours later. He lifted me out of the tub and he dried me off, buttoned my shirt, tied my shoes, and said, now go do your paper route. You know how to do that. And I said, paper route? Right. I know how to do my paper route.